Good afternoon, folks. How are you doing today, my people in Los Angeles, people in the United States, people across the world? It is Friday, the week before U.S. Thanksgiving. The traffic out there is off the chain. So, guys, be careful driving. It's a little cold outside. We're having like a little cold chill going on here in LA today. The weather is changing so dramatically. It's like it's summer one day and it's winter the next. Yesterday, even, I think it was yesterday, was it Thursday? No, Wednesday, guys, we had the most cold day you could ever imagine in LA. I had to put heat on in the house and keep it on all night. So you guys, if you're living in a house, be grateful that you have a place to live. So enough of that. Today, I am so excited to be getting the opportunity to interview a very famous model. Okay, this model, this young lady, she was born in the southwestern part of Russia. It's amazing because before starting her modeling career, she was not interested in fashion. But when she was a teenager, her and her best friend went into photography, and they used to take pictures of each other. Since then, even being in front of the camera, she didn't think about being a model, but more about creating beautiful pictures and becoming a tool for it. I love that. She became a tool for beautiful pictures. Later in life, she was given a chance to try modeling as a professional. So she was thinking of it as artwork. She was scouted when she was only 18 years old by an agency that had just opened up in Moscow named Yes Models. They gave her a fast start by sending her to Paris 4 months after signing with them. In Paris, she was faced with real-world fashion, attending Fashion Week. It was kind of a shock to her because going from 15 to 20 castings a day and meeting the most important casting directors. Of course, it was stressful for her and challenging because no one tells you if they like you or not, and you're surrounded by hundreds of other models. She was feeling horrible at times. This is just the things that models go through and just getting into their world. Thinking about it, she realized that she did not understand the half of what was happening to her at the time. This girl was making stardom fast. Finally, her stress came to an end when she booked with Mimi Exclusive. I want to make sure it's MIU, Mimi Exclusive, and that gave her the greatest start of her career and the biggest relief. Basically, it was her big yes. After she traveled to Milan and with Why Not Models, she's done great jobs, including she covered the cover of Wallpaper magazine, Vogue Shopping, Vogue Accessories, Elle Official Thailand, and many others. August of the same year, she went to New York, where she continued developing her career. Since moving to New York, she did advertising career campaigns for Ray-Ban, which took her career to the next level. Again, this girl is taking off. This girl, she's like flying high. I'm serious. Despite the travels, she's been living and working in New York for over 5 years. We're talking to a young lady by the name of Ria. Ria has walked the runway for Dennis Basso, Tory Burch, Diesel, Dolce & Gabbana, and Gucci. Hello! She's appeared in various photo editorials and campaigns, including L'Oreal, Color and Coline, and Ray-Ban's Never Hide. She also joined Stranger Things star Finn Wolfhard and Noah Schnapp in Harper's Bazaar for an ode to the famous TV series. Do I just need to go on? Please, guys, please welcome to our show, Ria. Ria, I don't want to butcher your last name. Tell us your last name. Welcome to the show, Ria.
Hi, my last name is pronounced Serebryakova.
Oh, what a beautiful Serebryakova. Did I say that right?
Yes, that's correct.
Oh, I love it. See, luckily I'm from Panama. I'm from overseas, so I can let the roll off my tongue really easy. See, look at that.
That's great. That's pretty rare.
Thank you. How are you, Ria? Oh, my gosh, you're so amazing.
I'm feeling amazing today. Thank you.
Oh, you are drop dead gorgeous. Oh, my God. You guys have to go to the website. Go to the website, guys, if you really want to take a look at her, and you'll be able to see how beautiful she's. Stunning. She's 5'10". She's so pretty. Oh, Ria, you are amazing. You can go to filmdaily.com, filmdaily.co /news /Ria Serebryakova. And you can look at her picture there. This girl is drop dead gorgeous. Ria, we are so excited to have you on the radio show here on iHEART Radio. Tell us about how it all got started, Ria. The show is yours.
Thank you. It all got started pretty sudden for me because at that time I was trying out different professions. I just finished school, and at some point I lost my job, and I was questioning what I'm going to do next. And you know what? I received a call from an agent who told Ria, do you want to try modeling? And of course I started.
Wow. How did you feel when you got that call?
I was feeling like there's something out there that just wanted me to do that. And especially from my story about it, that I was not into fashion, but it was something that I've tried with my friends in the past, and it was an interesting thing to do, and I was pretty excited to start it, especially realizing that it can help me to see the world, to travel, and just go beyond the limits that if you, as an ordinary girl, give to yourself.
Wow, Ria, you are such an inspiration. Do you miss Russia at all?
Yes, I do. I do, of course.
What do you miss most? Do you still have family there, or do you still have friends there? What do you miss most about Russia? Your modeling buddies? What do you miss most?
Well, of course, I do miss my family the most. And I don't have many friends out there, but I still have my old friends, which I'm used to be with for many years. And I wouldn't say we talk a lot on the phone, but sometimes I'm very happy that they're still there, that I can call them any moment. And if I'm in Russia anytime, I'm always glad to see my friends.
Well, I know they're probably excited seeing the fact that you hit stardom so fast and so rapid and so hard.
Yes, it was a lot of a sudden, because like I was there, and now and then I just went abroad and just continued traveling.
Wow. Can you tell us about the You photo shoot with Stranger Things cast and stars?
Oh, that was amazing. Actually, that's I haven't seen that show before. I was doing this photo shoot, but I heard it was very popular, and I was a bit nervous shooting with actors, especially knowing that they were pretty famous, because the show got a lot of success. And when I got there, it was amazing. It was amazing. The photographer was very cool. We got the amazing vibe. And the boys, they were so nice. They were so nice. They were so helpful, even at the moment when it was a bit of a struggle for me, because for one of the shoots, I had to be in a very cold water in a swimming pool.
Oh, my God.
They was very supportive.
Oh,
yes.
my gosh.
Yes, it was amazing shoot. It was such an experience.
The Cold War, people just think that models just take a bunch of pretty pictures. It's strenuous work. It sounds like strenuous work, Ria.
Yes, it is. It is. You have to be strong mentally and physically to do that. Yes.
What is a casting day like for you?
The casting day. Well, I would say usually it's a bunch of castings at the day. So you're mostly walking around the city and going from one place to another. Sometimes there's so many of the castings, so you're in a rush all the time, and you're trying. It's kind of like a crazy wheel where you're just going around the city and just meeting different people, and you always have to be in a good mood and perform yourself well, and remember every person that you meet. You have to remember their names, and so it's very busy. Yes.
Wow. Is it fast paced? Is it fast paced? Everything moving so fast on a typical day?
Yes, it is moving very fast.
So what are some of the toughest jobs that you had with the cold water? Tell us some of what those jobs are like. What's a typical day on set like? Where you're having to either get in water or work in the cold or work in the heat. Give us an example of what that's like for you.
Well, I would say like even some of my most iconic jobs was not without a story. And yes, well, the day of the job usually starts when everybody arrives in the morning. We have a breakfast, we meet, because usually it's a completely different team. You meet new people all the time. And so you meet each other, they perform a makeup and a hair, and when everything's ready, we start a shoot. And it could be in the studio, it could be on location, and it depends on what they want. And sometimes, of course, if you want to do a beautiful shoot, you have to go through certain stuff, like being in the cold water in a swimming pool, or you have to be in the cold without so many of the clothes. Or it could be fur coats in the middle of the summer. So
my God.
Always yes.
You're right when you said you have to be physically strong. You can't be weak in body. You have to have a healthy, strong body for that.
Yes, and I always kind of make fun of, even when it's not extreme conditions, sometimes when the clothes is very fussy or you have to do something very specific. There's a common phrase that photographers say. They put you in the most uncomfortable pose in your life, like if you were doing yoga or something, and say, look natural. That's my favorite.
Oh, my gosh. So you are working. You know the song. Have you ever heard the song, She Works Hard for the Money? By Donna Summer. You work hard for the money. You earn every dime you get.
Yes, it is. It is true. It's so true.
What has been your favorite job shoot so far, Ria?
I wouldn't say that there is my favorite, but I would say one of my favorites would be Japanese Harper's Bazaar. Yes, I don't know. Probably it's because people who I've been working with were very on the same page with me. We had the similar taste in the music, and we didn't really know in the beginning where it's going to go, but then everything came together, the makeup, the hair, the clothes, and I catch the mood. And I remember this wonderful feeling when I was modeling and everybody was looking at me and I was looking at the people's faces on the set. And I don't know, it's like it was more of a performance than even a shoot. So I feel like this is one of my favorite jobs that I've done.
Wow, Harper's Bazaar, Japan. Those are some big placements, girl. You've got some major big news under your belt.
Yes.
What was your first big break in the industry? Tell us about that.
Well, my very first was Miu Miu exclusive that I've done on my first Fashion Week in Paris. And yes, well, it was kind of crazy because I was a new face at that time and I didn't know what to expect. I was very excited to be in Paris, but when you're attending your first fashion week, you're very stressed and you don't know if people like you or not. And when my agent told me that I got this job, it was just outstanding, especially when I realized that I was working with Miuccia Prada herself, and I saw how she was making clothes. She was trying it on us, and even though it was also kind of like a struggle because working for such important brands sometimes mean that you have to wait a lot, you have to also go through some stuff, but I think it worth it because I saw how she was working on the clothes and how everything was set, and then next morning I had the show, and I didn't know what was going on. I was like, "What is it real?" And then,
wow.
and especially as such a big achievement as this show, I was very happy about it.
That is huge, Prada. That is so huge. Congratulations on that. You
Thank
have
you.
done some amazing work. You guys got to go take a look at her. She's drop dead gorgeous, guys. Has Tyra Banks gotten in touch with you yet? You are so gorgeous.
Not yet.
Wow. So tell us, do you have anything new on the horizon that's coming up that you want us to know about?
Right now I'm working. Actually, I just finished work on my personal project. It's more about how I'm trying to be in as a model, and I try to make a difference in the world, and I'm making the project. It's more about environment. So I want to make a difference, even being a model through my profession. So the project is gonna come soon, and I hope that people will like it.
Wow, wow! You sound like you're an environmentalist.
I wouldn't say
you
that
care
I'm
about the environment. You care about the environment.
Yeah, but I do, yeah, because this is a world that I really love, and I feel very sad seeing what is going on. So I'm trying to do something that I can
make a difference.
Yes.
Wonderful. How do you deal with all the traveling required to be a model? That's a lot of traveling you're doing. How do you even sleep?
Well, sometimes hardly.
Wow.
Yeah, well, if you talk to other models, sometimes they say that some of them, they deal with it pretty well. And I wouldn't say that I'm this kind of person, because sometimes for me it's kind of hard, and that's why probably I don't do Fashion Week as much anymore, because if I do it, I would have to I might get sick for a couple of months, and I couldn't work after this. So that's why I think for me it's a bit hard. Yes.
The traveling takes a toll on your body.
Yes, well, it's like you don't really sleep so much. You don't really eat so much. There's a lot of sick people on the plane. Sometimes you're changing countries, and yeah, I think like maybe if I would be training more, maybe that would be better. But
right,
yes.
Wow. So you prefer to be one place, which makes a lot of physical sense,
Mhm. Yes.
What do you do? What's a typical day off for you?
The day off, it depends if I have a lot of things to do left. Sometimes when you work a lot, you don't have the time to do some stuff, like, for example, working on my project or maybe studying. And I have a couple of hobbies that I do, but I really like studying. That's what I do.
What kind of studying do you do? Do you mind telling us?
Of course. I'm very much into biology, and yes, I want to probably go study pretty soon. I hope. We'll see how the work will allow me to do that, but I'm very much interested in this, and I'm doing my own research from what I can learn without university. And yes, I'm moving in this direction.
Congratulations. You are such a smart young lady as well. Wow, biology, that's huge. How do you get noticed in the industry? How important well, let me start with the first question, because I can just ramble on and on here because you're such an interesting person. How do you get noticed in the industry? Tell us that.
Well, I guess the first thing that your agent will tell you when you become a model and you're attending to the casting is that you have to show your personality. And that means that in a short period of time when you're at the casting, you have only 2 minutes to say your name, where you're from, and meet these people. And in this short period of time, you have to show your personality. And this is one way how you get noticed in the industry. You're kind of try to make a relationship with the client. When you just meet the person, you try to show them that you are capable of doing the job that they want, and this is what you're trying to do.
Wow. And that you're serious about the job and that they can rely on you.
Yes, yes. And you're trying to show them everything that you're trying to show them your talent. If you're in front of the camera, you like sometimes even you make a little research about the clients you go. So you put the outfit that fits the needs. Maybe sometimes when you work on your portfolio, you try to put different kind of pictures so they match different categories of clients, so they can see that you can be this and you can be that and you can be very different. It's not just you, like they see you all the time. So, yeah.
And they like the fact that not only do you have personality, but you have character and integrity.
Yes, exactly.
That's wonderful. How important are connections, Ria? Tell us about that.
It is very important because the most important connection is with you and your agent. And I think this is where everything is going, because your agent is someone who's going to take care of you, who's going to book your jobs, and this is the person who should believe in you, not only yourself, but you should be like a team, because this is you're both are working for your good. And this is, I think, one of the most important connections that you should have as being a model.
Wow. That's, you're only as valuable as the people around you.
Yes.
Have you ever heard of that saying where, the people that you surround yourself with is your net worth?
Yes, exactly.
And you have amazing networks around you. You have taken the modeling world by storm, and you have smarts, beauty. You have like brains, beauty, business. You have like all three of them together.
Thank you.
You're so welcome. What types of things, Ria, do you do to reduce the stress and anxiety often associated with modeling? Because it's such a heavy responsibility.
Well, when I started working almost every weekday, and I realized that I start to burn out sometimes. Sometimes I get physically very tired because standing on the heels all day long without even sitting for a minute, it can be very hard for your body, for your back. And I recently found one thing that kind of changed everything for me, and that's called sensory deprivation tank. And now that's how I reduce my stress and anxiety.
Tell us about that sensory deprivation. Tell us about that.
Well, it is also called flotation tank because this is like a small pool of water.
Yes.
Very, very, very salt water. As salty so you could float in it.
So you literally float.
You literally float in this water, and the water is the temperature of your body, and the air is also the same temperature of your body. And when you turn off the lights completely, there is no sound, there is no light. You're just alone in the darkness, in the warmness, the same temperature as your body surrounding you. And you're kind of, it is so cool being in the silence and just be with yourself and deal with your thoughts and relax the body. And that's really something that I opened for myself.
And it works.
It is work. It does work, and it really helps me. I feel like when I work all week long, I do it every Friday now.
Wow, and it just relieves your stress, and it probably makes you feel like a brand new person.
Oh yes, totally.
I've got to try that. A friend of mine, Beverly Newfield, she did. She mentioned that a few years ago, I was doing a class with her, and she says, Kim, you should really try the float. And I said, you know what? I was suffering with some anxiety, and it came across my desk, and I didn't follow through with it. But now that you're mentioning it, I'm going to go and try it because I need to relieve some of the stress. Seriously.
Oh, definitely try it. It really helps a lot.
Wow. What would you say, Ria, would be the best thing about becoming a model?
I would say traveling.
Wow. The traveling that suckers you out too.
Yeah, well, I don't know. When I was growing up in Russia, I really was dreaming about traveling and seeing the world, and I didn't know if I could ever achieve it because, maybe for a Russian person, it would be a little bit harder. But I was always dreaming about it, and modeling really helps me not only just to be as a tourist, but every time I come to the different country, I stay there for at least a month, maybe more, a couple of months, and that's like while you are spending this time, you feel yourself like as you live there, and that's something that I really appreciate with my job.
Wow. What would you say is the worst thing about becoming a model?
Well, probably is stress, and sometimes, I would say sometimes the pressure, sometimes it is the physical stress, and there are some downsides. There are some downsides, I would say.
So basically the pressure and the stress and it also takes a physical toll on you as well.
Yes. And sometimes, since it is a full-time job, and sometimes it takes so much of your time, so you don't have the time for yourself for anything. When I was very, very busy working a couple of years ago, I was flying back and forth. I was almost spending like the whole week without any rest. When you have to spend time for traveling, for the flights, you don't really have time even for anything. You're only trying to eat in time and sleep in time so you can keep going. But I think this is one of the downsides that I don't like, because sometimes you have to stop for a second and say, okay, I have to have life besides, but it has to be balanced.
Wow, because it'll consume your entire life, it sounds like.
Yes, exactly. You don't have time to spend with your friends, with your family, and sometimes you have to say, okay, I know I have to work, I love to work, but if I don't give some time to myself, if I don't go to vacation, then it's not going to work. So sometimes you have to make these kind of deals, and of course there's it's not good sometimes, but you have to choose between yourself and your job. Yes.
Wow. You're so inspirational. What advice, Ria, what would your advice to be to young people considering a career in the modeling world?
Well, I would say remember about the downsides of it, about the risks, and I think one of the most important things that I feel right now is don't quit study. Don't quit study. Yes, it's one of the most important thing is this, and also I feel like I think everybody who started modeling, they came through this, that you have to prioritize your health over any job, because as I said, it's sometimes extreme working conditions, and either you have to manage it somehow, create something to help you sustain it, but sometimes for some jobs, if you understand that, if you realize that you're going to get sick, you're going to have problems because of this, and you're going to know it, you have to say no, because even if it's very important job for you, but I would say it's very important to remember that your health is something that you can't buy, and you have to take care of it.
I love what you said. Your health is something that you cannot buy. And if you don't have your health, you don't have anything. And it's so important for them to understand. Like, I love that you make a point to say, this job requires a lot of physical strength, and your health is everything. And making sure that you have snacks with you when you're in the air. You make sure you try to sleep, so that you can get some sort of sleep. So when you land, you can land on your feet. It's a lot of managing of your mental and physical health.
Yes, totally.
And I love the fact that, when you get your education, no one can take that from you. Have a plan. Have a plan.
Yes.
Because, unless you want to be a model for the rest of your life, that's beautiful too. I mean, ask anyone like Iman and Tyra Banks and Gigi and Naomi Campbell and all those girls. They made it a life thing. But they also have, a lot of them have makeup lines on the side. You see what I mean? They have other things going on to supply their income as well, so that they can still be in the modeling world, but they're now from a business perspective where they can have a life, have a family, and they just have a company that manages their makeup, and they just do all the pictures for the campaigns, for their own stuff.
Yes, exactly. Yes.
Do you wish to move beyond modeling at some point in the future?
Yes, I think I want to go study, and if that would require me to quit modeling at some point, and it depends what's going to happen to my career. I mean, probably not anytime soon, because I still plan to continue working and study. But if we ever will be a choice between studying or doing a science job or continue modeling, I would probably go to the science direction.
What would you do with your biology? Would you become a doctor? Would you become a nurse? What would you do with it specifically?
I thought about it a lot, and I thought of being a nurse. I think I have some degree of education as being a nurse from Russia. And I love working with people, but I really like research work, so I would go in that direction.
And research, would you be researching diseases or researching STEM? What kind of research would you do?
I don't know yet. Like every time I learn something new, I don't even know if that would be in the direction of pure biology. Maybe it would go to chemistry. Maybe it would go, because everything is very connected, and every sciences are connected, and sometimes you can see it from different perspectives. So I'm not sure yet. It will. As more I will know, as more I will decide what I will prefer.
Right. Well, we have some couple of trivia questions for you. Is that okay? Some little trivia questions. Like, here's one. What's your favorite color?
I would say blue.
Blue. Is it sky blue, Tiffany blue, or royal blue?
It's like wait. I think it's like, have you ever seen how the deep sea looks like? That's the color of deep sea, I would say.
Oh, so you like the deep sea blue?
Yeah.
That's beautiful. Who's your favorite designer? I know that's a hard question. Who's your favorite designer, though?
I think it is Yohji Yamamoto.
Oh, wow. Yamamoto. Okay. And if you had the dream model to work with, who would you want to work with?
Well, probably Yohji Yamamoto. I don't know. I haven't worked with him yet.
Okay. And what's your favorite car? What car do you like the best?
Actually, that was one of the passions that I had in the high school, and I really love muscle cars.
Ooh. You like
Yes.
muscle. So you like, take it, you like the movie Fast and Furious.
Yes, probably.
Wow. Okay. And so we got your favorite car. So what's your favorite movie?
My favorite movie. I think one of them is probably Cloud Atlas.
Ooh. And what's your favorite music? What's your favorite song? Who's your favorite artist?
It's not very popular, so I don't know. It would be better if I describe the style of it, because there was different moments of my life and I liked different music. So in the end,
Right.
I have
Versatile.
very broad. Yes. But for a moment, I listen to ethnic house music, which is kind of takes like different folk music from around the world, and combine it with electronic music, and that's what I really like.
Sounds like fun New York stuff.
Maybe.
Wow. And tell us, what's your favorite food?
My favorite food, oh my God, I love to eat. I love so many different foods.
What's the best one you like? Which one do you, if you could eat one every day, what would it be?
Oh my God, I would say there would be one, because I don't know, I really like to eat different food. There's no one dish that I like. Yeah, I think there would be many things, because I don't know if I could eat one dish every day and not get sick of it.
Right. Well, I mean, you have some people that eat salad every day, and that's considered a great meal, salad and bread.
Well, I wouldn't say that. Well, if it would be one dish, I'd say that I could eat it every day, but I wouldn't say that after a while I would say this is my favorite. Yes, so
right,
like this.
Right. What is it? So you're from Russia. What is a great dish that if I went to a Russian restaurant, what would you recommend I get?
Oh my God, there's so many things, and I think, well, you probably, if you would go, you would try borscht.
Ooh,
that's the soup. I think it's an iconic Russian dish. It's a soup with cabbage and tomato and beets, probably with some recipes, and it's pretty good. But it's more of everyday food in Russia. It's not something special, I would say.
It sounds special to me.
Yeah, well, I really like, there's pelmeni, it's like dumplings, which are also pretty nice. Yeah, dumplings with meat. And there's vareniki, which is like a Polish pierogi. I don't know if you ever tried them. No,
what's inside of it?
It could be from, it's like also dumplings, but it's different shape, and it has maybe potatoes. Some of them have fried roasted cabbage, and some of them could be even sweet, with cherries, for example, which is pretty nice. I really like.
Sounds yummy.
Yeah.
Sounds yummy. And what kind of favorite restaurants do you like going to New York? Because when you go to New York, you smell food from everywhere. I think that New York has like the best restaurants in the world, in my opinion.
Yes, probably it is true, because a lot of people from all over the world come here and they try to be on the top, and that's why probably there's so many different foods with very good chefs, because they go across the ocean just to do that. And my favorite, I don't know. When you say about my favorite, I would actually say that it would be, it would be an unusual choice, because I love a lot of different restaurants in the city, but my favorite is a very, very small place. It's probably unknown, and it's in Brooklyn, and it's a Georgian cuisine. So I don't even remember the name of it. Yes, but I think it's one of my favorite cuisines.
Ooh, you know what? I went to a restaurant in New York. It just looked like a regular like place, and then it was like in a basement. Like it just was in a
Mm.
basement, and I went down there, and it smelled so good. And for the first time in my life, and the only time in my life, I had quail. And it was so yummy. I was like, oh my gosh, I love the food in New York. I think New York has better restaurants than Los Angeles. I don't think there's a comparison to the restaurants in Los Angeles to New York. There's no comparison. Even when you're walking down the street in New York, you smell the amazing aroma of food in the air. You know what I'm talking about? It's like, oh,
Yes,
I love
totally.
New York.
Totally.
And everywhere is something cozy. Like a building could look like just a brick outside. And you go and it's this beautiful loft, you know,
Yes.
just the lofts and everything, the living. It's you know,
It's
if
like
I had
adventure.
it is. I love the Upper East Side is really nice. New York Upper East Side is so nice.
True.
Upper West Side is nice too. Central Park. But the only thing I can't deal with is the cold weather. How do you like the weather in New York?
I don't. Well, there's a common, I think it's a common thing that people think about Russian people that we're cool with cold, but we're actually not.
No, you're actually beautiful people. I grew up in Massachusetts, and my mother's neighbors were from Russia, and
Really?
we could smell their food cooking. Oh my gosh, my mom went to church with them, and they cooked so good. The food was so amazing. So it's like, yeah, your food, I have to say, your food, Russians, guys, you are missing out if you don't eat Russian food. It is so amazing.
True.
My family had a lot of Russian friends. They did a lot of the construction on our houses in Massachusetts. You guys, you're just kind, humble, working hard people. You work hard. And I have quite a few friends from Russia as well, and from Ukraine as well as Czechoslovakia and Croatia, which is not Russia, but you know what I mean. Like,
yes,
I have a lot of
know.
Models that you guys, women are beautiful. You guys got to go. How can they come and find you online? Tell us how we can find you.
Where you can find me?
Yeah, what's your Instagram, your Facebook, Instagram? How can we find you online?
I don't really I don't really do Facebook, but I have my Instagram, which is Ria Salvation. That's my nickname.
I love it. Okay, you guys got to go follow Ria Salvation. You seem like a powerful influencer as well, Ria. You're a powerful influencer.
Thank you.
Is there anything, last thing that you want to share with us that's coming up for you that we can be on the lookout for?
Well, I think that you have to look out my project that's going to come out probably this December, hopefully. And yes, I'm waiting for the response about this. I'm very excited, and I put a lot of effort in this work, so it's very important for me.
Wow. Well, Ria, we are so excited that you took the time to interview with us today on iHEART Radio. We wish you much success. Please come back and interview with us again. You are so beautiful. Your personality is amazing. And one last question. Would you consider becoming a movie star? Would you want to end up going into movies?
No.
No, huh?
No. I like to be... to express myself silently. I would say yes, so it wouldn't be that obvious. I like in my profession making a picture and to create something with my body, not with my words. That's what I would say.
I love it. You're a silent storm. That's what we call a silent storm. You move in big waves, but you do it quietly. You let your presence and what you stand for speak for itself. And as a result of that, you became a wealthy, successful, famous model. And I'm so proud of you.
Thank you so much.
Ria, do you have any last words you want to share with us before we wrap up?
I don't know. I don't know. Maybe not.
Well, Ria, I love your accent. You speak so well. You're such an honorable young lady. I'm so glad we met, and I look forward to doing more work with you in the future. I just followed you on Instagram. You guys got to follow her. It's RIA Salvation, like, salvation, God, salvation, Christ, salvation. Ria, RIASALVATION. You've got to follow her. She is so beautiful, and her pictures are literally a work of art. I'm looking at your work, Ria, and I'm loving it. Like, you have like your face inside of like a frame, and it has like these little balls, like these little circles. You guys got to go check it out. She took the picture about 3 weeks ago, and her face is inside of it. It's like something metal. It's amazing. And Ria, I wish you much success. Thank you so much for interviewing with us today on iHEART Radio.
Thank you. I was very glad to talk to you.
Thank you. It was our pleasure to have you. You're one of the most amazing guests that we've ever had. You're so humble. You have great character. And good luck on your biology study. I'm so proud of you.
Thank you so much. Thank you.
Thank you, Ria. Okay, guys, we just interviewed famous model Ria Salvation. She is on Instagram. You guys got to go follow her. She has some amazing projects coming up. She's a supermodel. She's a star. She's beautiful. You guys got to check her out. She's worked with the kids from Stranger Things, Vogue, accessories. Mimi. She's just amazing, guys. Check her out. We'll be right back. We're going to pay some bills, and we'll be right back.